Before I start, don't forget to subscribe or like our page. The more you do it, the more the content I can give, and the more I can create more other types of content like podcasts or history stuff. Just a bunch of stuff that I got involved. Hello world, Genesis Z here. Just want to say thank you for the ones that took your time to check out my content, our content with the band. This is part 3, vocal building. Let's recap. Part 1 was about the note before you strained is the note that is clearly sang. So that's the point. That's really your highest note. It's not the one you strained on. But the idea is, if you practice your straining note for more than an hour or 2 per day, within time, that straining note will no longer be a straining note. It will become clearer. So for example, if my highest note is F, and that means my straining note would be G or F sharp. Within time, my G note or F sharp note will become clearer depending on the amount of time my vocal muscle gets used to that. It's like a gym. You start with a low weight, mid weight, into the weight you can no longer lift. So you want to go back one level before that. Volume 2 or part 2 was about harnessing your honest expression, and that itself is determining the difference between being a vocalist and a singer. A singer sings, enjoys karaoke, enjoys expressing themselves, just having fun. A vocalist is an actor. A vocalist is a singer. For me, this is all opinionated. These are not facts. These are just my opinion. A vocalist to me is a singer that manipulates different characters or different facets of herself or himself. So, hence, it's an acting job. Today's lesson will be more about correlation to acting, those facets or those characters that you potentially see in your vocal style. Basically mixing it up. If I want to attain a certain note, it's not just a physical octave or interval of that note or the target of that note. It's also honest expression. It comes with 2 elements. It's 1, to grab the moment, capitalize the moment, catch the moment. You know, have you ever caught yourself saying something really, like kind of like a downer, and all of a sudden you realize you thought about it, like, nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna keep this moment special. I'm gonna keep this energy even better than it is right now. Or it could be a horrible energy. I'm gonna make this even worse. You know, you're already angry, now you're like really pissed off. And that is the idea of harnessing honest expression. Through singing, of course. Now, the second element of harnessing honest expression, you wanna combine that also with a third element, which is the acting element. You choose a character, almost like, let's say you're already angry, right? And you already chose the expression of anger. What would go with that? What kind of anger style or singer would you choose? It could be Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, or it could be Doors, Jim Morrison. It could be Rage Against the Machine, or if you're a female singer, it could be Alanis Morissette. Whatever your heroes are that you want to portray, you basically role model that, and you kind of wear that hat. You become that person. It's like method acting, or being an actor is not to act at all, right? Being a great actor is to not act at all. You have to be really beyond convincing that you are this person. I mean, Jim Carrey has kind of lost his identity after playing that Man on the Moon guy, okay? Heath Ledger, I mean, Jesus, let's not talk about that shit. He really was the Joker, even off the set, okay? But let's not go to that whole level of craziness. Basically, I'm just talking about vocals here. Number one element is physically hit the target. Physically hit the note you want to hit. And if you can't, work on it. Develop that muscle until that note is no longer straining. Element two is to harness honest expression, which is targeting that note with pure intent of any choices of emotion you choose. As long as a pure intent, pure freaking emotion, people, the audience will feel that. It shall be felt. And the third element is lacquering that situation, or sugarcoating that whole situation with a character. Now, I know it's tricky. It's kind of like me telling you to be somebody else. But at some point, once you are getting tired of replicating your heroes, one day you're going to develop into you realizing, why don't I just be my own hero? Why don't I replicate my voice? Because most singers deep down, like anybody else, happened to me. I used to hate my own voice. I hate to hear my talking voice. It's really a psychology insecurity thing. And you got to get past that. And that's the reason why I use the characters. Because if you're not really ready to be comfortable with your own voice, you can play other people's character and pretend you're them. That way you don't have to deal with yourself. But somewhere down the line, you're going to have to realize you got to embrace yourself. And one day you're going to realize also that there's really no difference between how great your voice is versus your heroes. It's the only reason why they're up there. They overcame the insecurity. They decided one day, you know what, I'm the shit, I love my voice. It's not an arrogant thing, it's just confidence. Signing out, Genesis Z. Thank you.